my opinion. Yep, 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 yep. It's my opinion. Yep, 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 yep. It's my opinion. Okay. Yep, 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 yep. It's mine, but you don't have to like it.
Welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion. Brian, Greg, Lorenzo here. Don't forget, share, subscribe, follow on Spotify, put your comments in here. Let us know what you think about everything we talk. Now, something really fun. I know in the last episode, you probably saw us fighting a little bit. Well, you probably saw him more fighting with the fly. We have now we got two guesses. Now we got two flies. So you gotta keep an eye, see if we catch them or not. We're gonna try to catch them. And we're gonna try to kill them so they can leave us alone. But just starting. Did you watch any movie this week?
No movies this week.
No movie this week?
Nah.
No, I did watch one. Trap. It's a movie theater. It's called Trap.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Have you seen the trailer?
I see the trailer.
So it is about this father that take his daughter to a concert for this artist that she's super into it. Like she's into that artist. That's her favorite artist and everything. Now, the movie kind of catch me off guard because I wasn't expecting what happened next. They are at the movie, not at the movies. They are at the concert. And when they are in there, they're talking about catching like a butcher. This killer, the dude, like so many things and whatever. Now, there's something I really like about the movie is that they did not show like any kills or anything like that. Oh. They told you the backstory, but everything happens inside the concert. So there's no traps.
Oh, okay.
No, it is trap, but like it's no killings, like nothing like explicit or anything like that. They just talk about what the person has done. And as the movie goes on, the police or like SWAT team and everybody surrounded the whole building and all the exits. So everybody in the concert is trapped. So there's not one person that can pass except by the artist without the police checking them. So they got the description of the guy, they got the details and everything and all that stuff. Now, do you see it? You see it? I told you guys this is gonna be entertaining.
You lurking. You lurking.
Now, everything happened inside the concert. And what do we got? A fruit fly?
Hell yeah.
People, we got animals here. We love the animals here.
No, we don't.
Well, those are insects.
I don't love the animals.
No, so everything happened on that concert where they're trapped. But the thing is that when the movie's passing on, then I figured out that's him that they're looking for. So he started doing like a lot of different things to try to get away. Now he's not focused on his daughter anymore or the concert or anything like that. It's just crazy, but it's good though. Now the end is unexpected. I think is another one coming. Yeah, I know he's the fly killer. He's and they're playing with us, by the way. Yeah, they're playing with us. By the way, you guys, they're playing with us. They're like making fun of us right in front of there.
Causing trouble.
Yeah, but that movie, honestly, like I would recommend it.
Okay,
I recommend it. I like it. Okay, it's not. Trapped. Yeah, it's called Trap. It's called Trap. It's still at the movie theater. It's recently new. I don't remember the name of the actor because I know he's been out for a little bit. Let me see if I can find who it is.
Yeah, I know the dude you talking about, but I don't know his name either. I seen the trailer for it, so that's how I was like, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. It looked interesting. I'm glad you gave it the stamp of approval.
I did like it. I did like it. Let me see the cast. Josh Hartnett. He's been out for a little bit, so he came back with these movies, and it is here.
Wow.
Where is it? Oh,
look at him.
One sitting in one
right. Well, we got one watching us, and the other one is just in front of us.
Nah, this one right here, though.
He just stalking us.
Yeah. They come down. Come down here.
Yeah, this one's causing trouble.
Sit with us. And that one is playing. Yeah, this one is playing with us. What about series?
No shows, but I did watch the last of the Olympics, though.
Okay.
Men's basketball.
Oh.
Which was...
What a game.
Yeah, it was
we suffered 2 games. We suffered 2 games.
The last 2 games was crazy. The France game wasn't. I feel like France kind of gave them that. They missed so many free throws. I'm like, if y'all don't win this,
France.
but Serbia,
ooh boy, what a game!
They was playing
15 points up, boy, then 12 points up in the fourth quarter.
They were down by 20 at one point.
Oh,
yeah, Serbia played a perfect game.
Yeah, Serbia played. It just didn't have the closing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have that closing magic. You know what I mean? And then also, they didn't have Steph Curry.
True.
They didn't have Steph Curry.
He showed up. He showed up in those two games.
Those
last 2 games.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. The track was good too.
Yeah.
A name that I didn't hear a lot of talking about as far as like, when you look her up, you do, but you don't hear her in the name like in the news like that is Sydney McLaughlin. She do the hurdle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She a beast.
Sydney McLaughlin.
She killed that.
Yeah.
Both of them actually.
Right.
I think that's how you say it. Something like that.
McLaughlin.
Yeah. But yeah, it was no competition in my opinion. Like I think
and boy, when she got on the straightaway to close it home, she closed it.
A lot of people was thinking that she's gonna get some competition from Bo, but nah.
No.
It was this her, this everybody else. And then they did the 4x400 relay, and I think her and somebody else was in that one.
Harrison, I was okay like
and
the track.
Her and Gabby, and they just destroyed that.
You got it?
Got him.
You got okay. We got one down,
one left, one to go.
Okay, there you go. Good.
So yeah, the closing days was something.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's you complain about who's not on the team and who's on the team. One person should have been there. In the opening, it should have been Durant. Durant proved why he was there.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the little guy name who looks up to Durant?
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. They proved why they were there. They fed off each other.
Yep.
In the closing, when it got rough, Steph Curry showed up.
Nah, he went
Steph
crazy.
Curry showed up.
He went crazy, especially in the last game.
What do you guys think about like the MVP? Because there's a lot of division lately. Like some people think it should have been Stephen Curry. Some people go with LeBron James. And they got by the way, in my opinion, they both got good points to which one should have it. But I'm okay with either one, honestly.
I think I'm okay with both too, but I give it to LeBron because of leadership. If you look at a lot of those last 4 games, it was a lot of hero ball, or a lot of players was playing ISO ball. You need somebody to pull back, pull the team back in to get back to team ball and moving the ball. A lot of players that's in that elite level, when they team up, you notice a lot of them want to take over the game or they want to get going, and then the ball starts to slow down. When the ball slowed down for Team USA, that's when the offense started to get stagnant and other teams started to pick back up. France only got back in the game, in my opinion, because the offense got to that point to where they just was, all right, I got it. I'm trying to get hot. I got it. I'm trying to get hot. The offense slowed down, allowed them back in the game in the fourth quarter. But if they would have kept playing the way they started, it would have been straight. You needed somebody like LeBron.
But defensively, they pick it up too, because against Serbia and France, like defense kind of lagging in the first 2 quarters, and you're like, why are you leaving that gap? Like, there's so much big of a gap.
Who do you think should have been?
I'm okay. Like I said, I'm okay with either, and I will tell you. I will tell you why. I will tell you why.
You can't say either. You on the panel.
I'm going with LeBron.
But this is the problem, though. I think there should be like an MVP and the Super MVP.
You missed the point. You're on the board. You have to make a decision. You can't say I think it could be both. You have to make a decision.
If you're gonna make me make a decision, I go with LeBron. Just for the consistency. The consistency on there.
And controlling the pace of the game.
I can see why people are saying like, oh, it should have been Curry, because without him, we wouldn't be competing with
but who setting Curry up for them plays though?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to run a play first.
I am not a LeBron James fan. It's not.
Look, I ain't mad at it.
So, but should he have been the MVP?
Curry, LeBron?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he should have.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah. Let me tell you why
I'm not a fan either. I deserve it.
I'm telling you why. Is because every single player had a down moment. Durant. Still got you just named
Anthony Edwards.
Mm-hmm. You had Steph Curry. They all had down moments. Even when LeBron wasn't shooting well, he was playing well.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing his thing. He was facilitating the basketball to different people, making sure. And as long as LeBron's
being
on
a playmaker,
the court, as long as he's on the court, he's going to get special attention. And as long as he's getting special attention, somebody's open.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were down against Serbia, and he pulled the team together and said, this shit ain't over, that was MVP word.
Yeah.
That was MVP word.
100%.
He didn't pull together a bunch of rookies. He didn't pull together a bunch of people who just got into the league. He pulled together the best stars in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at them straight in their face and said, this shit ain't over. Play like we belong to be here. And he's talking to grown men.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Top of the class.
And he did exactly what he was supposed to do. 2 games you will remember from Steph Curry. The last 2.
Yeah.
Last 2.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James was a part of every one of the games.
100%.
Yeah, that's why I say for the consistency, I will give it to him. Like, I definitely think he deserves it.
If LeBron and KD and Anthony didn't do what they did in the first game, they would have got beat by Serbia the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They would have.
No, I agree.
Serbia came out playing ball the first game.
Yeah, they had to pick it up defensively a lot.
Durant and Edwards let them know, buddy, you play like us, but you are not us. Anthony Edwards and Durant took over the first game against Serbia.
And you know what I like? I also like, I know Devin Booker is a hooper, but I did like that he accepted the role that he has for the team this year.
Not Devin Booker.
And he stick to the role. He didn't try to do more or less than what he normally do or what he was needed to do.
Because he knows in 4 years it's going to be his turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that.
Everyone says this. Oh boy. Last game hero. Second game hero. Second to last. We just called his name. I just can't think right now.
For the second game again?
Warriors.
Steph
Curry.
Steph Curry, okay.
Man, I couldn't get his name out.
Now you can't blame us for the forgetting on this.
You can blame me on us. Like, no, it's time.
Yeah, my mind drifts away from here, man, as soon as I quit through talking. Steph Curry showed up.
Yeah.
In game.
He showed up.
The last 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards, Durant showed up in the first game against Serbia.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James never disappeared. He never disappeared. So when people say
he always been consistently,
he found somewhere to make a difference. Whether it was on defense, rebounding.
When his ball wasn't falling, he was rebounding.
But people gotta understand too that he ain't 25 no more.
Right.
So he will give you what you need, but you can't expect him to also pick up the offensive side like he used to and just drive every time like he used to do. We're playing against the best teams in the world right now.
Right.
So you needed somebody like Stephen Kerr or Kevin Durant. It's like, okay, well, this shit ain't over. So one of you two gotta do the offensive side. I'm gonna organize the whole lineup, but you guys gotta score the points.
Yeah, and also
I can do it all.
Not only that, when you got that many good players on one team, somebody got to be willing to bring everybody together and say, we need to find the hot hand, and we're gonna focus on the hot hand.
You know what they say about a tribe? A tribe should only have one chief.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a whole lot of chiefs and no Indians, who's gonna follow who?
Right.
Yeah. Now, those are the good things. Now, we should never have been down by 20. With the 12 of the greatest player on the earth, we shouldn't have been down by 20.
I don't know if that's true.
Why not?
Let me tell you why I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Because now the World League play is a lot of teams are now a bunch of NBA players. Years ago, when the Dream Team came along, there wasn't that many NBA players playing for
other countries. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that many.
And the European basketball has developed a lot.
And then now you have NBA players learning American basketball, learning that NBA style, taking it to their country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but basically the NBA now is European because everybody wants to choose the tree. Like nobody want to play down low. Before we used to play down low pose and stuff like that.
So for them being up 15, being up 20 points, guess what? It's not the way you start the fight, it's the way you finish. And NBA is finishing the product. Serbians came out there and started a fight they couldn't finish. That's exactly what it is. They started a fight they couldn't finish. And they said, hey, let's see if they can keep this pace the whole game, because we know we can. Can they keep the pace the whole game? Because we can. At the end of the game, they couldn't keep the pace.
Yeah.
They couldn't keep
but
the pace.
still, I don't think that with the caliber of players that we have, we shouldn't have been down that much.
Yes.
Especially like for most part of the game and having to come back. And now I will tell you this, though. I told you at the beginning, and I know I got a little bit of hate. I don't like Steve Kerr coaching this team. I don't like it, and it showed up. We shouldn't have been in that situation where you have a guy. Okay, so we got a lot of offensive players. We got a lot of MVPs in this team,
Mm-hmm.
and we use them. But when it wasn't working, we also didn't use the guys that will bring the defensive side. So
Like
we
Jason
can allow,
Tatum.
like Jason goddamn
Yeah,
Tatum.
when Anthony Edwards was off, I'm like,
yeah.
put Tatum in, he bigger, especially against Serbia in that second game.
You are talking about, you are playing the two guys that defers to him all year long in his team because he organized the defense and the offense, and you are sitting his ass down even when we're down by 20. Are you kidding me right now? He just won the championship. And what did he do? He made Brown look bigger. He helped him. Okay, I'm going to run the offense. You take the show. Boom, here you go. And run it with that. And you got a guy that is a two-way player and you don't use him. Why not? You said it was a stupid decision on the first time they asked you, and still you don't play him. Like, what's going on with that?
Okay.
I prefer and honestly, it should have been Eric Spoelstra coaching. He's a lot better coach than Steve Kerr. I'm just saying. Look what he has done to me with Miami with a lot less talent than the other teams, and look how far he has made it go. And a lot of that have to be with the coaching because everybody knows Miami don't have the best talents in their team, but he's a great mind. I'm just saying. You can ask LeBron and wait.
I mean, in my opinion, I would have used Tatum, but I will say this: when you playing with a team like that, I respect that he had to narrow it down and work what he feel like was the best. Because when you got that much talent, it's kind of hard to juggle that, and at the same time, you don't want to.
But Derek White over Tatum.
I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, they got the job done. If they won, I can't complain. It was harder, but I think a lot of that also has to do with the fact that even when you have that much of a like talented pool of players, it's still hard to figure out who to run plays for. And a lot of times you got situations where the players kind of gotta, go with the flow. Half of basketball is a coach running a play, and then the other half is players just kind of using a intuition to decide what's the best move to make on court, especially in like a quick situation.
You do know that Jason Tatum has demonstrated that he's gonna give you what you need.
Yeah, Tatum is dope, but like I said,
tell him, and he's one of the best 10 players in the NBA today.
I don't know if I can say it was Kerr that was the biggest issue. I think the biggest issue was the fact that, like you said, everybody is used to being that guy, and when it comes to like running a role or playing a role, you have to have somebody there to help people buy into it. Yeah, the coach is there, but at the same time, players have to trust each other and say, all right, this is not my game. And if everybody ain't talking or communicating to figure out who was that person, then you get a situation where it turned into hero ball. And when they was down a lot of times, it just was a lot of hero ball. Somebody ego probably got hurt. All right, I'm supposed to be one of the best players in the world. I'm from the NBA. So like, I feel like the last game, Durant came into the game with a chip on his shoulder. He was on Twitter the night before arguing with fans. He came in with an attitude.
He always do that.
He was arguing with players and shit. I'm like, what you gotta say, bro? Have some fucking class. Play the game. If somebody pissing you off, don't be out there running in people's faces. Like, I ain't like that. But you can tell from the jump that he had some type of attitude problem. Like I said, he probably was buying into the Twitter argument too much. And his game reflected. He couldn't score. He started to play better towards the second half and the later half of the game, but the problem, like I said, is you got to be able to have some humility, pull it down, and realize it's other things you can do. And that's another reason why we all said LeBron was the MVP, because when you wasn't doing your thing, you wasn't the man, you found the way to make an impact in another part of the game.
And that's the thing. Like, the way Jason Tatum has been playing the last 2 years is similar to LeBron's play. Like, okay, I'm gonna give up your space. You want to be the hero ball? I'm gonna set up the ball, the play for you. I'll give you the ball. You be the hero. I don't need to be the hero. So we already know Jason Tatum got no ego when it comes to that. He demonstrated that in the championship. He demonstrated that the whole playoffs. He showed it up. So for me, it was more about the disrespect and the honor that guy.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do you think the problem was, Kerr and Tatum?
He don't like him.
And why do you think you don't like him?
I don't goddamn know. That's a good question for Kerr.
So when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at you have a lot of players on the team, different aspects, different reasons. You have people who play defense. You have people who's shooters, people who, who facilitate, things like that. You weren't there. I was there. Zoe wasn't there. Mm-hmm. Neither was anyone else. Maybe he seen what was happening in practice. And the other teammates, maybe didn't get along with him. Maybe he just was a very good player that didn't mesh well with the group he had. That could have been it. Because I'm never going to question a coach who comes out with the victory. So you said they were 20 points down.
Yeah.
Without Tatum.
Yep.
And then they put Tatum in?
No. He played in the last game.
What did he play? 5 minutes?
He played in the last game.
4 minutes, something like that?
Hold up. We're talking about Serbia. Right?
No, he ain't playing off for Serbia.
Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
That was messed up.
They were 20 points down with Serbia. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is agreed. We all, this is a fact.
Yep.
They were 20 points down. They didn't put Tatum in.
Nah.
Who won the game?
USA.
How much did they win the game by?
What, like 4 points?
Yeah.
Yep, 4 points.
4 points. So without Tatum, they came back 24 points.
That's still an excuse.
I said they won. I ain't knocking it.
But they won. But it's how they won. Why do you gotta pass that much work with a guy that he's probably top 4 on that team?
You keep talking about.
You can make the argument about it.
I don't know if that would have made a difference as far as them not.
In the NBA.
But we won't know. Because they didn't put him to play, so we don't know.
You know why?
He barely played. He's the second fewest thing.
You know why we don't know?
Because they didn't play.
Because Kerr was the coach. We don't know why he did what he did.
And they like him.
You can say that.
Look at the celebration. You can see the look between Jason Tatum and Steve Kerr. He didn't like him.
Listen, okay.
Tatum didn't even celebrate. Okay. By any means. Everybody saw that.
Can I ask you a question? I read a book one time that says all but stink. All but stink. Meaning the fact, if you take the butts out of your life, bottom line is to it, you'll quit coming up with smelly excuse to fail. Meaning the fact that you have a coach out there and you say, we wouldn't have been, we would have won by bigger, but they didn't play Tatum. We would have done this, but only thing I realized that
we wouldn't have suffered that much.
Hold up. I don't think they suffered.
They suffer.
Look.
They suffer.
Did they suffer?
They won by 1 point against who?
South Sudan.
Yeah, like by 1 point.
Can I ask you a question?
They almost lost that one.
You keep saying almost. Maybe it's the things they went through made them strong enough to get past France. Maybe it's the things they went through to let them know that they were not out of every game, any game. There was no shame in me. Mm-hmm. They came with
not in you. Like in the game, they as the players, they were the favorites. Everybody had them winning.
What did they go there to do? Come back with a goal.
Yeah.
10 years from now, 15 years from now, no one's going to remember they won by 1 point. No one's going to remember they were down by 15. Only thing they will remember is the United States came back with exactly what they went there for, a gold medal. They didn't come back with 1. They came back with 15 of them.
Still.
And you also got to give it up to these other teams, too, because Serbia played out of their mind.
No, Serbia played. Serbia was
playing when the team is shooting that good.
But that's what I'm saying.
They got down 20 points without Tatum.
Because they didn't have no defense on the court.
So you said they didn't put Tatum in. We all know
which is one of the best defensive player, two-way player on the league.
So can I ask you a question? How did they come back, B? How did they come back? They came back 24 points.
Because they got to work their ass off.
That's what they came to do. They went there to work their ass off.
That's the thing. You don't have to do it so much. Now, let me tell you this. How disrespectful is that the champion is right there with you on your team. He showed up every single screening game. He showed up to the practice. He showed up everything. He told you the yes like way long before you even select the team. And then you don't play him?
You arguing a fucking point. They came back with a gold medal, and they came back doing it Steve Kerr's way.
Well, I don't think
they did it his way.
No, they didn't do it his way.
Oh,
because at the end of those 2 games, LeBron James, like you say, he gathered the team and like literally said it on an interview, fuck whatever the coach got planned, we gotta fucking play. That's my point. Why they don't choose? Why does Steve Kerr, if he's so smart, why don't you put one of the best two-way players on that he's on your team right now, and you gotta wait for LeBron to take over and tell everybody, fuck what the coach said, let's do this.
Came back with a silver medal. If they came back with a silver medal,
they almost come out with no medal.
If they came back with a silver medal, or for argument's sake, no medal, this conversation is worth having. They came back with exactly what they went there for, a gold medal. And then you want to worry, just like you said, they went down 20 points without Tatum. They came back 20 points without Tatum.
And they didn't need to come back if they have him there.
You keep talking about if they didn't need to. Yes, they needed to work hard.
Of course, you're gonna need to.
You know what they needed to see? They needed to see that every gold medal ain't going to come as easy as the Dream Team. They need to see that. They need to see that. And guess what?
Because you got better players now on the other teams.
And check this out. Those are the best 2 games I've ever fucking seen in the Olympics.
That was some great basketball.
And
it wasn't for the coaching.
It
was for the coach because LeBron gave the team, but it wasn't for the coaching that Steve Kerr did.
Well, we can't say that. You may not
like Steve Kerr.
They said it. That's why this whole situation is coming, because LeBron had to gather the team and say, fuck the plays. We gotta play.
They said it? You know why they said it? They said it because everyone has an opinion. It's like an asshole. Everyone has one. Everyone has one. Yeah, who said it?
They said it because they see it.
No, they said it because they weren't sitting on the fucking sideline. They wasn't in practices. They didn't know the kind of camaraderie that Tatum didn't bring to the team. I'm not saying he didn't. All I'm saying is the coaches had inside information.
Oh no, I'm talking about like when they were playing in the games, like Serbia and France. Like, hey, screw the plays, we gotta come and play.
What if Steve Kerr thought, he could hurt the team instead of then help the team?
But how are we gonna know if he don't play?
So you want him to risk a loss? You want him to risk a loss to do what the fuck y'all want him to do?
The only 4 minutes that he was playing, the few games that he played, he gave you good production. He gave you good stats compared to the time that you gave him. So why the fuck you don't play him if he's giving you what you need? Now, let me tell you this. You got Stephen Kerr. He goes on one of the games, 0 from 9. Why the fuck you don't see him down? He ain't giving you shit. And now now South Sudan is closed and this guy ain't giving you shit. Stephen Curry.
But Curry still gravitate a lot of attention. You know
why you ain't making nothing.
You know why you don't sit Steph Curry?
Back and forward. And South Sudan went up by 5 points.
You know why you don't sit? You don't know why you don't sit Steph Curry? Because you don't want him to be sitting on the fucking bench when he heats up. True. You don't know when he's going to heat up, so you don't sit him.
He didn't heat up the whole game. He didn't heat up the whole game.
Okay. So what if he? What if in the first?
We're talking like if Tatum was a bullshit player. He ain't no bullshit player.
In the first,
I think Tatum did play in that South Sudan game though. He didn't do shit.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
4 points, 4 rebounds, but you only posed him for 4 minutes.
Maybe he put him on there. Those 4 minutes, the players weren't responding to him. Maybe the players just wasn't responding to him. So the players asked them, look,
he gave you what you needed in those 4 minutes.
Can I ask you a question? What if the players went to him and said, look, we can't play with this motherfucker. We can't play with this motherfucker.
Well, why? You got to give me a why, because you can just tell me.
I'm not saying why. I'm telling you
I'm saying the players. Like, the players got to say a why.
And the players might have told him why, but it's not Steph Curry. I mean, Kerr's position to come out and tell you that the players said this. It's for him to coach the fucking USA team to the best of his ability and bring out the best in his team. And if he thought the best in his team was without Tatum, then he played the right way. And guess what? When he came out the gold medal, he did exactly what the fuck we wanted him to do. Come back with the goal.
The players did what they needed to do.
If he didn't come back with the goal, no one would want to hear a fucking thing he had to say.
Well, because the players did what they needed to do. At the end of the day, the players had to just put that game in their back and just go for it.
When you come back with a goal, only thing they're going to remember is Kerr led them to another fucking victory. That's it. That's all that matters. Who'd give a fuck with Tatum was doing. I don't give a fuck if he was in the back room.
That might be true, but right now nobody's talking about the goal. Everybody's talking about
that's normal media BS.
Can I ask you a question?
That's because the glory and shit is already over.
But they do got a point though. You know
what the point is?
They do got a point.
The point is, we do not know what would have happened if they'd have put Tatum in the game.
Yeah,
we don't know.
We do know what happened without him, but
what happened without him?
We end up winning.
Shut the fuck up, then.
We end up winning.
Then shut the fuck up about winning. We don't care about what would have happened.
I care how we win. I care how we win. We win. We didn't win because the coach had a great plan.
No, Puerto Rico didn't win anything.
None. But you know what? They didn't swipe us like they thought they were going to swipe us. I thought they got a bronze. Yeah. We got 2 bronze. We got 2 bronze.
And that's pretty good for your small country.
Yeah,
seriously.
That's
I give Puerto Rico props.
Dude, like United States is all this. Puerto Rico is this.
I give props to Brazil and you
Dominican Republic also got something for the second time they won a gold medal, and then also Cuba. The guy from Cuba, like the wrestler.
I gotta go check that.
Okay, the wrestler from Cuba, he won for the 4th time straight or 5th time straight or whatever. He's like 41 years old. The Olympics, he won the gold medal again, 4 straight time. Nobody talk about that. Everybody was talking about the guy with the gun.
Oh, the one dude because he had the
gas there.
Anime people was loving him.
Man, it's like, what the hell, man? Like, really? Now, what do you think about the breakdancing shit? I didn't know they were gonna bring this breakdancing this year, and
I didn't either. I mean, from what I seen, it was dope. But I think the biggest thing now is just everybody just paying attention to the one chick that came in. I forgot where she was from. She was doing like the shit. She was doing.
But she was saying that's like a lifestyle or whatever the hell that she working that like a lifestyle. I don't know.
So she came out and shot her damn shot, and I was like, okay.
But do you watch the gold and silver medal battle?
I didn't watch the finals of it. I only watched. I watched the dude that was from USA, and a lot of people was hype on him. No, they say he had a lot of musicality.
No, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss. There's a lot of better like breakdancing people on the streets. Why don't you just go and if you're gonna do that and you're gonna represent your country, just go to the streets and find the group.
I think the problem with it is that the Olympics is based off of a certain amount of things that you do leading up to the event to qualify you. Because it's the same thing with the 3-on-3. Like we had one of the worst 3-on-3 basketball teams. And the reason why we couldn't send good players, because a lot of people was arguing like why we just didn't send like up and coming rookies, like the Ja Morants and Zion, a lot of these new players. But they were saying that you got to play a certain level of 3-on-3 basketball to qualify.
But you also might have the situation that Kawhi Leonard had, which the organizations are like, nah, you get hurt too much. Like we ain't risking you.
Now, the problem with the Kawhi situation is the Clippers came out and said that wasn't even their decision. They were saying that was Team USA decision and that they wasn't tripping on it. So it's like, we don't really know if it was.
But that wasn't said. No, but it came out that actually the Clippers and the USA team had a conversation. But everybody said that it was Kawhi's decision, just for. But there's always somebody that's gonna like filter something.
Right. Like,
there's always somebody. Be careful. There's always somebody that's gonna filter something on you. It's like, yeah, you know what? I heard something on the locker room. I don't think that was the case.
Sliding in the BS.
So, yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, like the breakdancing stuff is crazy. And then I thought why didn't they bring the skaters? That would have been better than the breakdancing.
They didn't have skateboard?
Like skaters, no, like the ones you got to run in the court and just do a bunch of laps.
Oh, speed skaters.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't have that?
I didn't see it.
I
didn't see it, but they bring the breakdancing shit. Like, what the heck?
That was fun, though.
They tried it. It was interesting for what it was.
It really was.
I enjoyed the chick that everybody was laughing at. I enjoyed her. She made me fucking laugh. So I'm like, regardless of what you say, I enjoyed her. She's from Australia.
Australia.
I'm not even going to say nothing. Just look up breakdance from Australia and watch it.
That's gonna just pop up. But I
guarantee it make your day because it was that good to me.
She made us feel normal
for the right reasons, in my opinion.
Okay.
Or maybe she looked like a normal chick.
I can't even say nothing. I can't say nothing. You got to see it. You got to see it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that she's making money on TikTok now. I'll tell you that part.
It was if you came to be entertained, she entertained.
Good for her. Good for her. Good
That's
for
like
her.
God.